Hi, welcome to Growing Dreams Homestead. I'm Dana, and today it is a snow day, so I am home and I've been making bread. We got a fire going, and I am going to get my onion seeds started. So today is January 19th, and this will give me plenty of time to get them growing so that I can plant them out in March. So I did save seed last summer from some of my onions, so I just put the flowers in here, and then I spent some time pulling seeds out. So I have a little plate of seeds from those. These were like the large yellow onions, and they're really good for storing. So I just made a little tray channel in my tray. This is potting soil. I don't use seed starting mix because they are going to be in here for quite a little while, and I'll just make a little divot in the soil and sprinkle my onions in there. I sprinkle them in fairly heavy because they're pretty easy to separate when it's time to plant them out. And I went ahead and made tags because I always think I'll remember what I planted where, and then I don't. So I went ahead and made tags ahead of time this time. So if you are in this area in Indiana, I'm zone 6A. Now is a good time to get your onion seeds going. I will give these guys haircuts every once in a while. Usually when they get about 6 inches tall, I'll cut them back down to about 3 inches. It helps to keep them really strong. If you don't, I tried one time to see like what would happen if I don't, and they just kind of got like really spindly, and they didn't do very well. So I want to keep them strong so that they will be good to go out in the garden. Like I said, I'm putting these in pretty heavy in these little divots I have in the soil here. So there's those. All right, I also have a Utah sweet Spanish onion, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple little spots for it. And I will put these right behind me on my plant stand in the south-facing window. It should be plenty of light for them to germinate. I like growing onion from seed because you will get a bigger bulb. If you grow them from sets, that's actually a second-year onion. Onions are biennial, which means they flower every 2 years. So the second-year onions will put out seed. So there's a good chance that your bulb won't get real big because it'll be focusing on putting out seed. So, and then I'm just going to do a couple rows of these guardsman onions. These are a smaller onion. I do believe these are the ones that made those multiple heads last year, which was really cool. And I actually still have some outside, and they seem to be doing fairly well. So if you're unsure of when to start seeds inside for your zone, I recommend getting one of these Clyde's garden planters, and then you can just slide the little line over to your frost date, and then on the side it'll tell you what plants, when to start them inside and things like that, and then when it's safe to plant them outside. Our average last frost date is usually the middle of May, so we go by that. My schedule will be onions in January. I'll be doing some brassicas and greens in February, and then usually mid-March I'm doing peppers and tomatoes. I like to get a head start on them, but I don't want them to get too big that I have to keep like potting them up before the last frost, because that's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of potting soil to keep them happy when you're doing that. I hope everybody is enjoying your day. If you had a snow day too, I think across most of the country it's cold and snowy, so this was our first snow day this year. We're excited to be inside where it's warm. So I'm just going to lightly cover these seeds. They don't need to be very, very deep. Just a little bit of dirt over the top, a little bit of soil. And then I will water them in. Got my little watering can here. And this is just like a bottom tray for seed starting. so there's no drainage in it, so I just got to be kind of careful of how much water I put in here. But I used it last year and it worked just fine, and I really like having like one big tray with all my onions in it. So those are planted. I'm going to get them in the plant stand over here from the window. Okay, there we go. And they will live there for a little while until probably beginning of March, or end of February, depending on what the temperature is. I can probably take them out to the greenhouse and let them start getting acclimated to the temperature and the sunshine out there. So thanks for hanging out with me while I planted onions, and I will see you soon. Bye.